Radiant Ritual. Anika, hey. Another reason for making whoopee. We're talking about the Aquarius new moon tonight. I'm so excited. It's really thrilling. It's a feeling for making whoopee. Any Aquarians in the house? It's February, y'all. February is such a great month. This February is unbelievable energetically. He's so ambitious, he even sews. But don't forget, folks, that's what you get, folks, for making whoopee. Another year, or maybe less. What's that I hear? Can't you guess? She feels neglected. The boys suspected of making whoopee. It's about relationships, you know. Oh, Leo in the house, Radiant Ritual, but love Aquarius. Yeah, that's the opposite side of the wheel for you. Yeah, that is kind of like your true partner. That Aquarius air likes to fan the fire of Leo. He doesn't make much money, only 5,000 per. Sometimes you think he's funny. Well, everybody, I played that song because it's so appropriate. It's my friend Chuck Harter. For a while, I thought his name was Chuck Carter, but it's Harter. H as in Harry, A-R-T-E. And the song is called Making Whoopie. It's such a cute, whimsical song. And it's appropriate for now because this is the month of love and relationships. But Chuck, his music is so whimsical. He's fun. He's an author. He's a musician. And he's a music historian. You can find him on YouTube. He has a YouTube channel, Chuck Harter. He also is on Facebook. Follow him on Facebook. I've seen him perform this song live several times, and it's so great to hear him master it and actually bring it to this next level. It's a fun, whimsical song. It puts you in a high mood. So I wanted to feature that because it's all about what Aquarius is about. Aquarius is about air and movement. At the end of the day, Aquarians love to have fun. I mean, they're fun people. They love to be out there in the world. So all of this energy in Aquarius, what's happening to my light, is about moving energy. And so Chuck is available if you have an event, a party. He's for hire. You can find him on his YouTube channel at Chuck Harter or on Facebook at Chuck Harter. So let's get into this. Wow, lots and lots and lots of Aquarius energy. I don't know if you guys could feel it. I could feel it. I'm wearing this scarf because red is very prominent. We're going to talk about red for a moment, but this is like an interpretation of the flag, the U.S. flag with flowers. So I wore this because Aquarius represents freedom. Of all of the signs in the zodiac, they are the freedom lovers, just like Sagittarius. They love freedom and opportunity. I have lots of Aquarian energy in my life. We all have Aquarius somewhere in our charts, but check in with your family members. You will be so surprised to see how much Aquarian energy is around you. My son's girlfriend, which I love so much, Amanda, is Aquarius, born on February 14th. And she truly is a sweet, sweetheart. Oh, I love her so much. Ethan, my son's brother, he's Aquarius. My friend Gina of over 30 plus years is Aquarius. My son, Aiden, Austin, and my boyfriend, Eddie, have all Aquarius rising. And I think that the rising sign actually brings forth more Aquarian energy than actually the sun sign. So to say I understand Aquarians very much, great. Lindsay Labello, I see you had a birthday. I was like, oh, she's Aquarius. But Aquarians are always smart. They are considered the smartest sign in the zodiac. So we've got that. So I want to start with trivia like I did last time, because for me, astrology is kind of a lifestyle. It's not just something that I show up here and talk about. I really, really honor it and appreciate it. And so, believing in God and having faith. A lot of people at church, and they deny astrology. They think we're worshiping magic or something, but it's simply the study of how the planets affect us here on Earth. So this comes from the Bible Project on YouTube. In the Bible, God separated the skies above from the land and the sky and the land below. In the Bible, the earth was not seen as separate, but overlapping. So here on earth, we always see that the skies and the earth are separate, but in the Bible, they see them as overlapping. Eden is described throughout the Bible as a high mountain garden where heaven and earth are one. Hey, Steve, thanks for joining. These areas, then, once God separated them, these areas needed creatures. So God's first creation and appointments were, hold on to your hat, God's first creation and appointments were the sun, the moon, and stars. And he gave them the energy or the ability to rule day and night. The biblical authors saw these celestial areas as heavenly creatures that are glorious, shining bright and high above. So did you hear that? Sun, moon, stars. The stars form their category to help us think and talk about a spiritual reality that exists alongside of our reality. Almost all the ancient cultures throughout lifetime always had reverence for these divine beings, the planetary energy in the sky and the stars. Their job was not, I don't worship Pluto or Uranus or Mars or Mercury or the sun, but their glory exists as creators. They exist to serve purposes. They're here to help us realize that there's something higher and greater than us. Okay. Trivia number 2, your sun sign. So if you're sun sign like me, I'm Scorpio. It's what motivates your heart from deep, deep within. So your sun sign gets a lot more credit than possibly is due because your rising sign is your emotions. Hey, Mal, welcome, welcome, welcome. So what we are always striving to become in life is our sun sign. So that's why somebody can meet you. So my rising sign is in Pisces. When people first meet me, they meet Pisces. Pisces is open, ethereal, interested in everything and everybody. And then Scorpio comes out once they get to know me. But think of the sun sign as a point of your life, just as the sun is a point in the sky, okay? And then lastly, I thought this was interesting. Joan Quigley was an astrologer that Nancy Reagan consulted. Remember, there was an assassination attempt on her husband's life. So for 7 years, Joan Quigley was the astrologer to the Reagans. Nancy and her husband Reagan. I mean, that's crazy. So she consulted them. Apparently it was working out because she was their astrologer for 7 years. So this new moon in Aquarius on February 9th, coming in on Friday, is square Uranus. This is the big hub in the astral world because Uranus is an interesting planet. However, Venus is coming through to allow for cooperation and diplomacy and gives peace a chance. So February, the first thing I noticed out of the gate, so January is the first month, number 1. So January is about new beginnings, fresh starts. When I ran the numbers, February is another 1. The month, February being the second month, 2024 being an 8, 8 plus 2 is 10, that reduces to a 1. So we have back-to-back fresh start and energy. So on 2/9 on Friday, this moon is coming in at 20 degrees. 20 degrees plays a big role because that reduces to a 2. So it's all about partnership, relationships. And if we don't know that, Valentine's Day is there to remind us. But 2 is about relationships and partnerships. So sitting at 20 degrees, we're automatically going to get partnership. It's coming in at 2:59 p.m. So Friday afternoon out here on the West Coast, that new moon in Aquarius will come in. This is the 4th new moon at 20 degrees. This is the fourth of 5 new moons that are sitting at 20 degrees. So it's like we've been clobbered over the head since November. So March will be the last time we'll have a new moon at 20 degrees. 2, 2, 2, 2. And one of the things that hit my heart coming into this year is collaboration, cooperation, and gathering with others is so important. The date 2/9/22 adds up to a 19. So 2/9/2024 equals a 19. 19 is considered the number of 1 is the beginning, 9 is the ending. So in numerology, it starts with 1 and it ends with 9. You go further, you break that down. 9 plus 1 is a 10, and we have another 1. So if you don't feel like you have a fresh start and a new beginning and you're able to write the story of your life, I don't know what else to tell you, huh? So the ancients called number 19 the Prince of Heaven, and the Chaldean priests called number 19 the Sun, the Prince of Heaven. 10 is considered an instant manifestation number. So if you get 10 of cups, 10 of coins, it is considered a high instant manifestation. So we've got so much 1 and 10 energy all around. So I hope this gives you hope going forward. The new moon in Aquarius on February 9th is square Uranus. So the meaning of the new moon is adapting to sudden change and uncertainty, because that's what Uranus brings. Change and uncertainty. As we're told, uncertainty and change are the constants in our lives. Hello, Miss J. Smith. Thank you for joining. Aquarius is one of the most magical energies to work with. It's a sign of freedom, breakthroughs, innovation. Aquarians love to explore uncharted territory. Aquarians are geniuses. I have mad respect. Again, with so much Aquarian energy in my life, I have seen it firsthand. I see it show up. Aquarius energy likes to focus on the future, and it governs our highest mind. So Aquarius gets us out of the sludge and up into that heavenly, more futuristic sky realm. Aquarians are interested in new angles and ideas. If you run an idea by an Aquarius, the first thing they'll say is, wait a minute. They'll be, hold on. There's another perspective here. And they'll come out of left field with something you never even thought of, but is a viable possibility. Aquarius energy does not look back. They always are looking forward. It's like they have more, oh, well, it is what it is. When you talk about it is what it is, oh my gosh, they are queen and king of this. Very humanitarian. That's what I love about Aquarians. As they, in their effort to move society forward. So remember, Aquarius is a fixed sign though. Here's the tricky part. A fixed sign, Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, and Aquarian, we're fixed signs. So we can get a little rigid in what we believe in and what we want. However, Aquarian is so interested in moving themselves forward, they also recognize that they want to also have humanity move forward, because they're like, I'll have a better world if everyone moves forward with me and follows my genius. Does that make sense? They see the big picture. So something could look one way, but Aquarians are already seeing the vision. I think they have clarity of sight. Truly, truly, truly. Aquarius is ruled by 2 planets. They're ruled by 2 of the toughest planets, Uranus and Saturn. That's why this Uranus causing this square is the big hub in astrology. These 2 planets create a powerful sense of service, though. They're always going to come back to the point of how can I be of service as long as it's my way. So Aquarius governs our 11th house, the 11th house. This is friendships, groups, idealism, hope, and the collective. The 11th house is considered the house of money and fortune. It is the main house of income for an individual. It is about money that you will accumulate in your life and the luck and hard work behind it. It also represents profits and gains and shows the different sources of profits and benefits in your life. It is the house of fulfillment and desires and wishes and the amount of materialistic success that we will be given in this present life. So the major planetary energy, this is crazy. There are 8 conjunctions in Aquarius, and I'm going to tell you what a conjunction is in a moment. But the good news is there are no retrogrades this month. Mercury exited last month. There are no retrogrades this month. All planets are direct until June. All planets will be direct. What that means is it's forward moving. So if you notice, to me, this year is already zooming by. So it's going to be the first half of this year is going to go by so fast because there are no retrogrades. Retrogrades, the planets move backward. They slow way down that it appears like they're moving backwards. That slows down the momentum and the energy. But we won't have that until June, until Mercury reappears. And there is no Venus retrograde this year. In 2023, Venus was in retrograde, and that was a tough time having Venus in retrograde. We don't like Venus in retrograde. We need Venus spreading the love and light and moving forward. There are 6 planets on this new moon moving through Aquarius: Pluto, Mars, Venus, Mercury, the moon, and Uranus. That's a lot of Aquarian energy. So Aquarian is kind of taskmaster in a different way. It's like wants to shake things up so you can try something different. So what is a square? A square in astrology is 3 zodiacs apart, separated by 90 degrees. Squares create tension. So think of a square, the shape of a square. It's a box. You can only move around in the box. You do not have freedom. So when you hear that such and such sign or such and such is square the sun, you already know that it's going to be challenges, obstacles, conflicts. A conjunct. 2 planets are in the same sign. So new moons are always a conjunct because we have the new moon in Aquarius, right? And we are in Aquarius season in its sun sign. So the moon and the sun on a new moon are always conjunct. And their energies create this beautiful, nice cocktail. Think of a nice, smooth cocktail coming together. And a trine. A trine is an angle of 120 degrees. And a trine is extremely beneficial. Right now we have squares and conjuncts. I think we have 1 trine. When you think of Aquarius energy, it's about freedom and expression. So using your throat chakra, ensuring that your throat chakra is healed. So when you think of throat energy, you're thinking about speaking your truth. So if you had some heavy duty conversations this year, starting last year, if you've had to do some difficult things in writing, speaking, it's also hearing. When we think of using the voice, we forget that hearing is also included. So Pluto moved into Aquarius. This is huge. Everyone is talking about this. Pluto moved into Aquarius after 248 years. It had been sitting in Capricorn. Capricorn is methodical, it's slow moving, and very, very precise. Having it in Aquarius, one of its home planets, means that there will be acceleration and expansion and movement. It'll drop out of Aquarius for a couple of months, like around October, November, December, but then it will sit there. So in our lifetimes, we've gotten to see a planet change, Pluto change. 248 years was the last time that it changed. That's huge in our lifetime. And we're also finally moving into the age of Aquarius. And that takes 2,168 years or something like that to change. So in our lifetime, we're seeing a change from the age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius. We're seeing Pluto move from Capricorn and move to Aquarius. And it'll be in Aquarius for the next 20 years. It's also impactful because when Aquarius season started back on the 19th of January, it's the same day that Pluto moved to 0 degrees. So Uranus, the ruler of Aquarius, creates a square with the sun and the moon. Remember, a square creates tension. So if you felt on edge, you felt a little out of sorts, blame it on the cosmos. And this is why I say we are tied to the energy in the sky. We understand the moon energy. We understand how when the sun isn't shining, like it's been raining here in Southern Cal, we understand completely when the sun is not shining, as do in Washington. I lived in Seattle for a year. And so the sun is vital. We understand that. I don't understand why we don't understand the other planetary energy and that it would have an effect on us. So Uranus is about technology, rebellion, innovation, and Uranus invites us to be free. But we want to be mindful of being impatient with our freedom and wanting things right now. And being impulsive with our words and actions. We want to follow our heart. This is huge for Aquarians. Aquarians get guilty of being a little cold and a little, arm's length. But deep inside, they have a big, big heart. And they do everything to follow their heart. Now, if they're a younger Aquarian, it takes a few years. It takes a while for them to step into that space of not worrying about what other people think. But Aquarians truly don't worry about what other people think. And I use this term, Aquarians don't fake the funk. They don't. They may not say anything with their words, but you will feel their energy. You'll see it in their stance. You'll see it in their face. Welcome, Intuitive Crystal. Thanks for joining. So Pluto and Mercury moved into Aquarius. So Pluto governs life, death, and rebirth. So again, these two planets, Uranus and Pluto, the planets of Aquarius, makes it a very interesting planet. Mercury principles are communication, mentality, thinking patterns, rationality, reasoning, adaptability, etc., etc., etc. But Aquarius is about liberations and our ability to see the truth to lead to the liberations. Aquarians they would be very good investigators. Think of Columbo. Think of all the shows about investigative science and research. Aquarians love getting to bottom. It's not just having a truth come out. It's like, why did that happen? Understanding the why. Aquarius is also about celebrating a new lease on life, being interested and excited about the future. Aquarian, because that air energy is like, okay, let's move on, let's move on, let's move on. Aquarius energy focuses ahead. And like I said earlier, they don't look back much at all. So this is a fresh start for all of us, for things that no longer are necessary for us to give our time and energy to. And what's happening is with all this Aquarius energy and all of these 6 planets and these 8 conjunctions, things are naturally falling away for us. You might even be surprised at some things that you thought were for the long haul. They just went away in a flash. But think of it, it's now freeing you up to actually be authentic and have that space and energy for your life. Aquarius does govern intuition. Again, I feel like Aquarians get so connected with being so innovative, so technology driven that they're out of touch. They're very in touch. Again, the 11th house. Tanya Gabrielle said the number 11 is like 2 antennas that are in touch with the divine governors. So inventors, explorers, and taking risks also come from the 11th house. Aquarius is not afraid to be a part of the normal way. So if you say, well, this is how everybody does it, that is going to spur an Aquarian to do the exact opposite. And they really don't care. They're comfortable in their skin being the outliers. They love being the outliers and then popping up with the truth, popping up with the latest technology. So I love that about Aquarians. Purging is part of this energy with this Aquarian. So all this air is about releasing and renewing. So we've got double energy going. You're letting stuff go, but you also have the opportunity to renew. And again, I said it's a fixed sign, which can be a good thing because we need that steady groundedness and we need to rely on your intuition. That's one thing. Again, Aquarians do have intuition. I'm wearing the red and I wanted to call this out because on Saturday, it's Chinese New Year, Chinese Year of the Dragon. I've been calling this out. So wear red on Saturday. At least if you don't wear red any other time of the year, you can do it in your nail polish, ladies. Men and women can do it in our underwear. We can wear red socks, but it's very auspicious to bring red into your life. Get out your red candles. This is a Chinese symbol for happiness. It's red. I have a chakra candle that's red. This is associated with root chakra, money. And then I have this one that's related to love. So adorn your house with red flowers. eat beets, watermelon, whatever, any kind of red fruits that you can get your hands on. So let's talk about the energy update. So Aquarius season started in January 20th. This is also Black History Month. Just February is just jam-packed. It's Black History Month. Mercury moved in Aquarius from Capricorn. We spoke about that. The new moon in Aquarius is this Friday on 2/9. On 2/10 is Chinese. It's the Lunar New Year. For me, I really feel like it's the really start of the new year. So January 1, yes. For, around the globe or for the US, that's New Year. But for me, New Year starts with the Chinese Lunar New Year. And then we get into March when we really get out of winter from February. So the Lunar New Year and the Astrology New Year starts with Aries. So that doesn't start until the end of March. So about March is when I really feel like we're in the new year. So use the rest of February to continue to cleanse and purge and really go deep down inside of yourself to figure out what it is that you want. Valentine's Day. I love Valentine's Day. Oftentimes people say, I don't need to be reminded about love. I can buy flowers or candy or do what I want any time of the year. And I always say, then why aren't you doing it? Great, do it. Buy flowers for the heck of it. But Valentine's Day is a sweet day. But it's about love. Like I said at the beginning of this 2 energy being at 20 degrees automatically makes it about partnership, about love. Thank you, Another Place and Time, for joining. So 2/19 will get a reprieve from all this, from the Aquarius sun energy, and we're moving into Pisces season. We'll move into the watery energy of Pisces. Okay, so in closing, I have 2 thoughts. One comes from Yoga Journal. I thought these really spoke succinctly about this time, this crazy energy in Aquarius. We are creatures of habit. If you've set intentions over the last months or years, you most likely write them around the same topics. This new moon is a time to stretch your imagination past what you think is possible. It's a time to see your life, including your potential, differently. Remember that Aquarian energy. This new moon in Aquarius challenges you to unlimit yourself, see past your self-imposed barriers, and reach for a new vision, one that breaks the mold of anything else you've ever written. And from Chani Nichols, she's an astrologer. This new moon is about breaking ties with whatever keeps our inner visionary, innovator, and world builder asleep. It is about grappling with and witnessing the grief that is hidden in plain sight. It is about remembering that we are not too late to make the future better. In fact, this moment is the only place from which we can create change. It's the only place from which we can learn to love, cherish, and take care of one another, and therefore the world. So what I do with my envelopes, I send these to my kids. It's customary for parents to put money in the envelopes and send them to their children. I've done that with mine, but also for myself. And you place this in your financial corner. So in your home, that is going to be the left corner. So if you're facing a room, it's going to be the left corner of that room. It's going to be the left corner of your desk. Left is money. But I also put intentions in here of things that I want to manifest this year. Year of the Dragon is powerful. So once again, the universe is doing its job to help us deliver on what we want. It's also an 8 year, which I didn't talk about in this topic again. 8 is power. It's leadership. So this is the universe again, energetically, it's doing its thing. So again, no retrogrades until June. So all systems are go forward, go forward, go forward. It's about a time of courage. I really highly suggest that you continue to clean and sage more often. You don't have to sage daily, but more often. But gosh, selenite. I've been using my selenite wand again. Selenite to me is like air. It's like the moon energy. And, just cleansing around with selenite, just holding selenite. It's a natural sedative and it cleanses the energy of your body and of your crystals. I hope you found some value in tonight. I was so excited to come tonight because I love Aquarian energy. I think because it's my fixed sign partner, I'm not afraid of it. I get it. Being Scorpio, we're kind of hard-nosed too. We want the truth, and we can dish it out, and we can also take it. So thank you so much. Don't forget, new moon this Friday, 2:59 Pacific Standard Time. That's 5:59 Eastern Standard Time, Chinese New Year. Wear red. Write out your intentions. Thank you, everybody. Have a great, 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 great weekend. Thank you again for joining. And I'll see you in the next one. The next one will be the full moon in Virgo coming in 2 weeks. So you have 3 days to capitalize on the peak energy. So you got Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Make it a celestial, powerful weekend. And then we have 2 weeks to live in that energy until we get to the new moon in Virgo, or the full moon in Virgo. You're welcome, Anika. Thank you so much for joining. Namaste, everybody.